Good morning, Pastor Curt here, and I'm very excited about this weekend because we're going to be talking about a family in crisis. There's a dad and there's two brothers, and the two brothers don't like each other at all. So the younger brother goes to dad and says, I'm wandering, I'm leaving, I'm getting out of here. Of course, I'm talking about the story, the prodigal son, found in Luke 15. Now, just at the beginning of the story, let me read a couple of verses. Here's verses 12 and 13. It says, the younger one said to his father, Father, give me my share of the estate. So he, the dad, divided his property between them. Not long after that, the younger son got together all he had and set off for a distant country. Have you ever wanted to leave? Have you ever wanted to do this? Let me be honest. Have you ever wanted to gather up all your stuff and say, I'm out of here, people? You know, I think all of us have had the fantasy of just leaving everything behind. Had a friend from Oklahoma. He pastored in Tracy, California. He'd look at me and he'd say, Curt, every once in a while I want to get a semi-truck and just hit the road. That's right. We want to hit the road. Why? Well, there's a couple things going on here that I think apply to you and I. First, we get tired of conflict. You know, someone once said, I don't have a lot of fights with my wife. I have the same fight over and over again. We get tired with our roommate, with our mom, our dad, our brothers, our sisters, our coworkers. We seem to have the same fights over and over again. There's another thing. We get weary of expectations. Every person in our life expects something from us. Someone once said, marriage is trying to make your life become what the other person imagines it to be. You know, I cannot make my life become what I imagine it to be, let alone what you imagine it to be. That could be very wearisome on the soul. And the last thing about us, and here's why we want to run away sometimes, we're naive about new. We think new is going to be all awesome. And a lot of new is awesome. But there's always a hidden cost to new. You know, businesses fail. 50% of new businesses fail in the first 3 years. And one of the reasons why is they don't anticipate all the hidden costs. When we leave the Father, there's hidden costs. So the next time you want to wander, I wonder if you'll think about it a little more carefully. In fact, read Luke 15. Come to church ready and bring someone with you. You know, recently I got the opportunity to go to Europe with Andrew, and I got to see his old church and all his friends. Man, it was exciting. The food, the people, the ministry. It was so exciting, and I'm so glad I went. But I was so glad to come home to my bed, my kids, my wife. I mean, there's something powerful about coming home. No matter what stresses are going on in your life, no matter what conflicts, expectations, or fantasies about new, every once in a while, we have to take stock and come home. Now, that's exactly what happens in the story, and I'm not going to finish the story for you. You got to get to church. And here's my last challenge. Get someone to church with you. Who in your life needs to come home? Who needs to rediscover how much the Father really loves them? Get them to church this weekend, and I'll see you there.